So for the past year or so, there has been an ongoing battle between rapper Boosie and Lil Nas X. As most of you probably know, Lil Nas is about as gay as they come. He has music videos where he twerks on the devil, as well as dancing in the shower with a bunch of other men. In general, it's safe to say that Lil Nas is very comfortable in his own skin, and as we all know, the man is an expert level troll. He's actually managed to build an entire career off of trolling at this point, because the music isn't half bad, and he knows how to keep his name in the headlines. To me, he's actually just the gay 6ix9ine at this point with better PR and a more aggressive push from his label. The man is constantly stirring up controversy to keep himself relevant, and becoming a polarizing figure in pop culture has absolutely worked in his favor. Now, I know he had the longest running #1 single of all time on the Billboard Hot 100, but it's not always easy to create a career out of something like that, and the fact that he's still around doing very well is impressive to say the least. I mean, no matter how you feel about this guy, it's hard not to acknowledge the genius that is Lil Nas X, at least from a marketing standpoint, because the people he makes so mad with his every move are all people who already wouldn't be listening to his music in the first place. So for lack of a better expression, this guy couldn't give a damn if they hate him or not. He has one of the most popular Twitter accounts of all time, and he's constantly going viral on there for his sarcastic brand of humor. When he's involved in a controversy, like when he released the demonic Nikes with a drop of blood inside of them, or when he released the Montero music video, he stayed on Twitter mocking everyone who had something to say about it, knowing this would drive people to check out his music. In short, he knows when to turn up the fire, and he knows when to retreat and hide his hands. This is something not everyone understands how to do. Take Meek Mill for instance, a super talented rapper who should never tweet or post on Instagram again, because every time he hops on there to stay an opinion, he ends up looking like an absolute idiot. This level of trolling is planned and executed very carefully, and now for the last year, Lil Nas X has lived in Boosie's head absolutely rent-free. I mean, this is a pretty accurate depiction of how this beef has gone, as Boosie continues to throw shot after shot at Lil Nas, while he basically is monitoring his every move. In case you aren't familiar with Boosie, he is a southern hip-hop legend from Louisiana who rose to prominence in the early 2000s. I'm not saying he's necessarily the biggest rapper from the South at that time by any means, but he was definitely up there in terms of cultural relevance. I mean, it's not called the Boosie fade for nothing. He is also a pioneer when it comes to navigating an independent music career, and has done everything around the sun to stay relevant after his time in the spotlight. Most people today know him more for his controversial takes on Vlad TV and other interviews, as well as his wild social media presence on Twitter and Instagram. In a lot of ways, Boosie is a lot more of an online comedian or entertainer these days, ready to state his opinion on the here and now, than a rapper trying to make the next hottest song. This of course has come with its fair share of controversial viral moments to say the least, like when he claimed to have paid a woman to give his 12 and 13-year-old sons a blowy, and of course his opinions about Dwayne Wade's son transitioning at the age of 12. And like I said, now for the last year his main target has been Lil Nas X, who seems to just be living his life not giving a fuck what anyone has to say about it. I mean, Boosie is straight up obsessed with this guy and the way he wants to live his life, and after over a year of Lil Nas X not responding to his constant attacks, he finally decided to bait him with a genius level troll when he said the two had been working in the studio on a song together. This of course couldn't have been any further from the truth, and Boosie, obviously enraged, responded on Twitter by calling Lil Nas a ton of homophobic remarks, while also telling him to delete himself from the planet. Continuing to rant for some time before Twitter took down these tweets, it really was the perfect bait, and Boosie took it all the way.
Pause.
Lil Nas X has some serious power over this man's emotions, and if there's anything we can learn from this situation, it's that a guy like Boosie cannot be cancelled, no matter how many people are mad at him on Twitter, because there's a whole lot of other people who know and even love him for being willing to say these types of things, and the individuals who think this way feel like this man is their source of representation. To me, I think him taking the obvious troll's bait was an idiotic move that he should have avoided, but I guess it really doesn't matter when you live literally cannot be canceled. I think the real reason Boosie does this is because he knows it's the most publicity he can get in 2021. Personally, I've never understood why you would give a fuck where someone else puts their genitals, but a lot of people are very opinionated about this topic. And on the other hand, Lil Nas continues to thrive off of his trolling and probably will for quite some time. But let me know down below, should Boosie have responded or nah? What do you think about the whole situation? As always, I do want to thank you guys for dropping a like on today's video, sharing it with a friend, and I appreciate you guys for sticking with me while I was going through this move. Everything is kind of returned to normal at this point. I can have my normal level of work output. So I just wanted to say thanks, guys. Another new video coming tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.